Hey, what is up, guys? In today's video here, I got myself a copy of Metroid Prime Remastered for the Nintendo Switch. Now, I recently got myself a copy of Metroid Prime 4 Beyond for the Switch 1 and Switch 2, but I've yet to actually finish any of the three previous entries in the franchise. I did try, like, a little bit of the first game many years ago. It was specifically the Wii version um, of Metroid Prime, the one included in the Metroid Prime trilogy for the Wii. But I never got any. I must have tried it for like literally 5 minutes and then just put down the controller. But here we are in the present year of 2026, and I got myself the remastered for the Switch, which at the time of its release just came out of nowhere. It was just shadow dropped onto the eShop, and to the surprise and delight of many, it's a good remaster as far as I can tell. Hopefully, at some point in the future, we do get the second and third game, and not just the an emulated version running on Nintendo that's only available on Nintendo Switch Online. I really hope that doesn't happen. I really would love to see the second and third game get ported over, but that remains to be seen. And yeah, so interestingly enough, they did not charge full price for this. So even at 54.96, that is not full price. Like full price is like 79.99, or nowadays it's 89.99 Canadian dollars. And Walmart, I guess they were trying to get rid of this because it was just sitting on the shelf for too long. They marked it down by 50%, so 27.48, which is still a pretty good deal, um, considering how relatively uh, overpriced Nintendo games can be. They often hold their values for long periods of time, just because Nintendo um, absolutely refuses to drop the price on them. And they manage to maintain their values for one reason or another, not just because of their quality, but also because Nintendo, unless push comes to shove, they will just not. They'll just make the game very difficult to get on future consoles. Like recently, Pokemon, for example, Fire Red and Leaf Green got re-released after being unavailable outside of like GBA for 20 plus years, and the price of those cartridges are like of those original cartridges are like $400 or something like that, which is insane to think about. And when they did eventually make it available, they charge $30 a piece, which a bit much for sure, a bit much. But yeah, here we are, um, peeling away the shrink wrap, and yeah, here's the game with Samus on the cover, and we lead the back. Search and destroy. See through Samus Aran's visor and become the hunter. Explore an alien world. Uncover what happened on Talon IV or 4 as you expand your arsenal to combat space pirates. It's a single player game through and through. It's Switch Pro compatible. Switch Pro controller compatible, that is. But no amiibo support, as far as I can tell, which is odd. I mean, you'd think they would. But no, which is a bit disappointing. And yeah, let's open the case, and we got some nice reversible cover art here, which I believe is meant to mirror the original cover. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure if this is the original cover, but I guess it's one of the. But it is nice that we have reversible cover, anyways. And here we have the cartridge. The physical cartridge came out a bit later than the digital release, obviously, because it was shadow dropped. So you did have to wait a bit just to get your hands on this physical cartridge. Not much, not too long though. But yeah, let's pop it into the Switch and see if it requires an update. I'm sure it does. Has a lot of, but thankfully with most first-party Nintendo games, they're all on the cartridge, which is good. Okay, here we go. Okay, never mind. It doesn't need an update. It just starts right away, which is good. Very good. Now, out of all the Metroid games I've tried out over the years, the only one I've actually beaten is Super Metroid on the on Nintendo Switch Online. Interestingly enough, hopefully now that I have Prime Remastered, that changes. But yeah, Metroid Prime Remastered. Okay, now let's see what the extras menu entails. Oh, it's a concept gallery, character gallery, and soundtrack. Okay, nothing's too special. But yeah, that's basically it for this video. Uh, if you like what you saw, as always, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.